students, welcome you all in e-learning. Today we are going to learn about standard time Sanskrit, chapter number 19, SATYAM, MAYURAH. Dear students, the meaning of the title is it truly a peacock? Now let us see the lesson. Before starting the lesson, introduction part, there are 10 kinds of plays in Sanskrit. One of them is Prahasana. The Prahasana is one actor and its plot is limited to only one day. Among such Prahasanas written in Sanskrit literature, the most fame has been gained by the Prahasana named Bhagavad Gita. In the opinion of many scholars, the composer of this play is the poet named SATYAM. But certain scholars believe that this composition is of some unknown writer. The time of this composition is 4th century. The present part of the play is taken up after editing from Bhagavad Gita. Now, in the first paragraph, they want to say us that there are total 10 types of play in Sanskrit literature. Among them, one of them is Prahasana. Now, what does mean by the word Prahasana? What kind of play is Prahasana? So the Prahasana is play is one actor in which one actor and the plot is limited to only one day. So Prahasana is such a kind of play in which one actor and its plot is limited for only one day. Now this lesson is taken from Prahasana by the name Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, the writer of this play is poet SATYAM. And according to the opinion of some of the other writers, it is written by some unknown writer. This composition is of some unknown writer. Now also they say that the time of this composition is around 4th century. Now this lesson, the present part of the lesson is taken from Bhagavad Gita and by editing it is represented in the book of standard 10. Here I would also like to say you that this lesson is in a dialogue form. Characters are doing conversation with each other. Now the previous story is like this. Born in a poor family, Sandilya leaves his house with a mind that he will get food easily and becomes a Buddhist monk. But as he has to observe fast here repeatedly, this Sandilya becomes the disciple of an accomplished ascetic after living the customs of a Buddhist monk. Now here there is one character by the name Sandilya. What does Sandilya do? Sandilya, as he born in a poor family, right? As he born in a poor family, so he is having a poor background. Now, he do not like to do work. He do not like to do any kind of hard work. So, what he decide? He decide to become Buddhist monk. And by becoming Buddhist monk, he think that I will get food easily and I will survive, right? So he first of all leaves his house. He leaves his house with a mind that he will get food easily. And with this mindset, he leaves his house and becomes a Buddhist monk. But as he observes fast that repeatedly, this Sandilya becomes the disciple of an accomplished ascetic after leaving the customs of a Buddhist monk. But when he joined Buddhist monk, then he come to know that Buddhist monks are keeping fast on and off. So he also have to observe the fast. Now the purpose for becoming monk is only and only not to do work and to get food easily. But here for food only he has joined Buddhist monk and the same thing he have to avoid due to as they are keeping fast. So when he come to know that he have to keep fast repeatedly, he leaves the Buddhist monk, right? And and the custom of Buddhist monk, and he joins a disciple of accomplished ascetic. Here also he is more interested in eating. The purpose of joining the monks is only that to get food easily without any kind of work. But when he leave the Buddhist monk, afterwards he joined a disciple of an accomplished ascetic. There also what happens, he is not interested in God or anything related to God or reading or any spiritual things. He is only and only interested in eating. So here also he is more interested in eating, but his guru forced him to read constantly. Now, while going to the city daily for begging, one day Guru and disciple go to the city earlier than the usual time. So here you can see that Guru and disciple are wandering at a house for begging, and after that whatever food they are getting, they are eating, and then they are doing reading, right? But here what happens, once a while going to the city, Guru and disciple go to the city earlier than the usual time. Knowing the value of time, Guru asks the disciple to read during this period, sitting in a garden which comes on the way. So when they reached in the city early, so teacher says, Guru says to the disciple that this time is more valuable, so without wasting your time, do your readings, right? So when they reached in the garden, they reached in the city, they are sitting in a garden, and teacher is telling, he is informing to the disciple, read during this period. Now the scene presented here is of that time when both of them entered in the garden. So here in the present lesson, from where the scene starts from where both of them were entering in the garden. So previous story is like this. Sandilya is from poor family, he belongs to poor family. He he do not like to do any kind of work, and he will get food easily. That type of mindset he is having. Now, Sandilya's excuses provide humor. It is understood from this dialogue how the tales told by mother in the childhood affect deeply the life of human beings. However, aged a person becomes, the impression of the tales told by his mother and settled in his mind can never be removed. Now here what happens, Sandilya, when teacher is telling do reading during this time, don't waste this time, Sandilya is giving excuse to the teacher as he is not having interest in reading, so he is giving excuse to the teacher while sitting in the garden. So whenever he is giving excuse, it creates humor. The words, the speech of Sandilya creates humor. Not only that, but with this dialogue, he is also telling that my mother, the story which is told by his mother in his childhood, right? It also gives humor to the lesson. And also they are telling us that however aged a person becomes, the impression of the tales told by his mother settle in the mind can never be removed. Now the answer of the question why one should learn is also understood from the dialogue occurred here. Lesson Sandilya Bho Bhagwan Idam Udhyanam. Sandhi is here, Idam plus Udhyanam. Sandilya is one of the character who is born in a poor family, and he leaves his house with the mindset that he will get food easily, right? So Sandilya, Bho Bhagwan Idam Udhyanam. Bho Bhagwan means revered sir, this is garden. Idam Udhyanam means this is garden. Parivrajak means guru. Pravisha Agratah. So when Sandilya says that, sir, this is the garden. So Guru says, go ahead. Sandilya, Bhagwan, eva puratah pravishatu, aham prishtatah pravishami. rewarded sir. Puratah pravishatu. Puratah means before, right? And pravishatu means enter. Aham means I. Prishtatah means behind. Pravishami, coming. So when teacher is telling that, when Sandilya says that, oh sir, this is the garden. So teacher says, Guru says, okay, go ahead. Then Sandilya says, rewarded sir himself should enter first, then I am coming behind you. Word meaning, go, Bhagwan, means sir. Idam udyanam. Or you can write in another way also, idam udyanam. Two words are combined, idam plus udyanam. Idam means this and udyanam means garden. So this is the garden. This is the garden. Parivrajak says Pravishah Agrato. Means go ahead. Right? Sandilya. Bhagwan eva puratah pravishatu. Pravishatu means enter. You enter first. Aham prishtatah pravishami. Aham means I. Prishtatah behind. Pravishami, I will enter behind. So Sandilya and teacher reached into the city, and they go city earlier than the usual time. So they sat in the garden, right? So before entering in the garden, what happens? See, Sandilya says, rewarded sir, this is the garden. Then Guru says, okay, go ahead. Sandilya says, rewarded sir himself should enter first, and I am coming behind you. Then Parivrajak means Guru says, Kimartham, why so? Why it is like that? I should enter first and then after you will join me. Why so? Sandilya, Pauranikyah mama matuh shrutam Ashok palvantar niruddho vyagrah prativasati. Ashok palvantar niruddho vyagrah prativasati. Tata bhagwanev puratah pravishatu aham prishtatah pravishami. So when teacher is asking, Guru is asking, why so like this, that I should enter first and afterwards you will join me. So Sandilya gives reason for that. Pauranikyah. Pauranikyah means in the ancient time. Mama matu. Mama means my and matu means mother. Shrutam. Shrutam means heard or listen. I have heard or listened from my mother. I have heard from my mother. Ashok palvantara niruddho. Ashok palvantara niruddho means behind the leaves of Asoka tree. Behind the leaves of Asoka tree. Vyagraha. Vyagraha means tiger. Prativasati. Prativasati means is standing or hidden. Tata bhagwanev puratah pravishatu aham prishtatah pravishami. Tata means so, therefore. You enter first. Aham prushtataha pravishami. I will enter later, or I am entering after you. The word meaning: Kimartham means why so, Pauranikya. Mama Matu. Mama Matu means my mother. Shrutam. Shrutam means heard. Ashok Palvantara Niruddho. Ashok Palvantara Niruddho. Behind the leaves of Asoka tree. Behind the leaves of Asoka tree. Vyagraha prativasti. Vyagraha means tiger. So here prativasti means he is standing, or we can also use that is hidden. So Bhagavanev Puratav Pravishatu Aham Prushtataha Pravishami. That word already we have seen here. Pravishatu Pravishami. Right? So here Sandilya and his guru is entering in the garden. Before entering in the garden, the scene is like this. Sandilya says, "Revered sir, this is the garden." So Guru says, "Okay, go ahead." Then Sandilya says, "Revered sir, himself should enter first. I am coming behind you." So the Guru says, "Why so? Why it is like that? I should enter first and afterwards you will join me." Then Sandilya gives reason for that. He says that, I have heard from my mother, who was well versed in ancient legends, that there is a tiger hidden behind the leaves of Asoka tree. There is a tiger hidden behind the leaves of Asoka tree. So, may revered sir enter first. I am entering after you. So, when teacher is asking, Guru is asking, what is the reason behind I should enter first and afterwards you will join me? So, Sandilya is telling that I have heard from my mother. My mother was well versed in telling ancient tales. She told me when I was a kid that a tiger lives behind, or a tiger is hidden behind the leaves of Asoka tree. So for this reason, you enter first and afterwards I will join you, or I will come after you. Parivrajak, Badam, Pravishati. So Parivrajak says, Guru says, Badam means okay or fine, and Pravishati, and he enters. Now here you can see how the tale told by her mother, means Sandilya's mother, when he was a kid. Still it is there in his mind somewhere, right? So the tale told by her mother, right? is settled in his mind is yet not removed. Her mother told when he was a kid that a tiger lives or hides himself behind the leaves of Asoka tree. Right? So still he thinks the same thing. That's why he is telling to his guru that you enter first and afterwards I will join you. Then guru says fine and he enters. Tataha pravishyati sandilya. Tataha means then, pravishyati means enters sandilya. Now when teacher enters, afterwards sandilya also enters in the garden. Sandilya. Aviha vyagrena gruhitodasmi mochayatma vyagramukhat anath eva vyagrena khaditodasmi idam khalu rudiram prastavati kanthat. Now when teacher enters, afterwards Sandilya enters, and after entering in the garden, Aviha, alas, Vyagrena Gruhitodasmi. Vyagra means already we have seen a tiger. Gruhitodasmi means caught. So here Sandilya enters in the garden, and after entering in the garden, first of all he says, alas, I am caught by a tiger. I am caught by a tiger. Mochayat ma vyagra mukhat. Mochayat means help and release me or relieve me. Help and relieve me. Vyagra mukhat. Vyagra means tiger and mukhat. Mukh means mouth. Right? So he says, help and relieve me from the tiger's mouth. Help and relieve me from the tiger's mouth. Anath eva. Anath means orphan. Eva means like. So anath eva, as if I am an orphan. Vyagrena khaditodasmi. Vyagrena means by the tiger, and khaditodasmi means eaten. Right? Khaditodasmi means I am eaten. So what happens when Sandilya just enters in the garden and suddenly he shouts, alas, I am caught by the tiger. Alas, I am caught by the tiger, and save me from the mouth of tiger. Save me from the mouth of the tiger. I have eaten by the tiger as if I am an orphan. I am an orphan. Indeed, this tiger has eaten me. Idam khalu rudiram prastavati kanthat. Idam means indeed, khalu means really, rudiram. Rudir means blood and prastavati means bleeding. So blood is bleeding. Kanthat. Kantha means a neck. So what he says, indeed this is the blood flowing from my neck or throat. Indeed, this blood is blowing or flowing from my neck or throat. Let us see the word meaning. Burden means okay or fine. Then Pravishati. Enters. Tataha means then. Aviha. Alas. Aviha. Alas. Vyagrena. Vyagrena means by tiger. By tiger. Gruhitodasmi. Gruhitodasmi means I am caught. Means I am caught. व्याघ्रेण खादितोऽस्मि. खादितोऽस्मि means I am eaten by a tiger. Idam khalu. The word idam means indeed. Idam means indeed and khalu means, the word khalu means really. Idam khalu rudiram prastavati. Blood bleeding. Idam khalu rudiram prastavati, blood bleeding. Kanthada means from the neck or throat. Now, so when Sandila enters in the garden, suddenly he shouts, "Alas, I am caught by the tiger! I am caught by the tiger! Save me from the mouth of the tiger! I have been eaten by the tiger as if I am an orphan. Indeed, this is the blood